I've been living in San Diego since 1995. My husband and I, we've been together for over 21 years now. We both work at the University of California in San Diego, and we're both runners. We love to run and travel the world and run marathons. I really enjoyed my very first marathon, and even before I crossed the finish line, I was already thinking, wow, this is great. Which marathon do I want to run next? To date, I've completed 49 marathons, and 34 of them have been since my diagnosis of MS. When I was diagnosed, I was shocked, and I was very scared, and I started falling into a bit of a depression because I didn't know anything about MS. But my husband, being a runner, he encouraged me to keep on running. And so just going out just 30 minutes a day really helped clear my mind and kind of lifted me out of that depression. My turning point actually was at the New York City Marathon. I almost fell a couple of times during that race. And I didn't know what was going on with my leg, so I went to my neurologist, and she said that I have a common symptom of MS called foot drop. And she told me to lower my expectations for running. And from that day, my motto became, I do what I can and I never give up. And so I went out and I found this amazing orthotist, and he created a carbon fiber ankle foot orthotic for me so that I can continue to run.
Hi Cheryl, how are you?
Good, hi Ara.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's so nice to see you.
How's the brace holding up?
All right, yeah.
So her AFO is a custom-made AFO. So you have to actually take a custom mold, and then that way it's made to her leg and only her leg. And that way it follows the contour of her leg, and then when she's running, she's not getting any type of skin irritations or any type of issues. That starts with a foot plate that's flat, that fits in the shoe. And it also has a strut that comes out from the side of the shoe on the outside and goes up the back of her leg and attaches to a calf cuff. And that's what has a strap on it that she straps on her calf. And that's what prevents her from having foot drop, because it keeps her foot at a 90-degree or greater angle. So when she actually is running, she's not tripping over her toes, she's landing on her heel every single time. Okay, if you want to just run down the hall here and back and see how that feels. That looks good.
This AFO just keeps things a little bit elevated so that as I run, I just kind of roll on the right side of my body and I push off with my left. So it feels pretty good.
Yeah, that looks really good.
I've always known that I wanted to do something big. I just didn't know what it was. I just want to be the first person with MS to run 7 marathons on 7 continents. So we've been fundraising ever since last July 4th. I start off my adventure in September in Cape Town, South Africa. Then 3 weeks later, I run in Buenos Aires, Argentina. In December, I have the Honolulu Marathon. January, I have the White Continent Marathon in Antarctica. Then February is Tokyo Marathon. Then April is Vienna, Austria. And then in June, I finish off on my birthday at the Christchurch Marathon in New Zealand.
The people at work, and even the people that we see in doctors' offices, when they see what Cheryl can do, a lot of times they'll report to us later that, Cheryl, I've actually started a walking program, and one of these days I want to run. And she loves to hear that, and I do too, because I always tell her that she's having more influence on people than she really thinks.
It's pretty groundbreaking, and what she's going to do is going to inspire even more people. I think it's going to reach people all around the world.
What I hope is that Cheryl will be able to continue to run marathons as long as she wants, and that when the day comes that she stops doing them, it will be on her own terms. It won't be dictated by the condition of her MS.
I'm hoping that my runs will bring awareness to the disease and to encourage others not to give up. I'm not asking people to run 7 marathons on 7 continents, but just to keep on moving. I mean, even if it's just 7 minutes a day, then I would be so happy if I could help other people.